This episode is brought to you by EFG Hermes One, your one app for investing in more than 35 stock markets worldwide. Welcome again to What I Did Next from ANT Media. I'm Malak Fuad. Last week, Mounir Nakhla told me about his entrepreneurial journey with MNT Halan and how the company has risen to become one of Africa's fastest-growing startups. On this bonus episode, Mounir talks to me about the strategy behind their recent expansion into 3 new territories: Turkey, the UAE, and Pakistan. When you expand abroad, like you've expanded in Pakistan and in Turkey, how do you do that? How do you physically become present in all these places? Obviously, you partner with people, but the know-how you have in Egypt is so ingrained and inbuilt. How do you ensure that you have that grassroots power in those other countries?
In Pakistan, we acquired a microfinance bank, and the configuration of the country and the economy is similar to Egypt. Even the culture is similar to Egypt. So I sent a lot of expertise from Egypt that do not speak English, that only speak Arabic.
And they managed to work
with people who were translating.
Okay.
The CEO of the bank worked with us here for a few years. And then there's a lot of the technology that we transferred, a lot of the strategy, a lot of the loan products, pricing, risk measures, etc., etc. So there's a lot of cross-pollination of expertise that were transmitted. And we stabilized. It was a turnaround story, and I think they're extremely on the wealth.
When did that begin, that partnership?
We closed the transaction 18 months ago, and we started working on it a year earlier. The UAE, now we disbursed loans to north of 150,000 people. We launched a product that's 100% digital with all the technology is made in Egypt. The tech office is here. The integrations are here. So everything's done from here. And this is a brilliant story. So we've laid the groundwork. It's greenfield. So we started from nothing, established a company.
So it's considered an offshoot from here?
100%.
So it's managed from Egypt?
No.
No.
We have our UAE
Right.
managing director, CEO of the UAE business, but he's getting a lot of support from Egypt.
And why was the UAE considered a good market for you?
It's a big market. It's a big market in terms of it's unsecured lending. There is huge. Earned wage access is huge. A lot of there's a huge opportunity to service the pink and blue collars, the expats who are not usually served. And we thought that this was a good opportunity.
And they're still unbanked. We're talking about people who are still unbanked.
Underbanked,
okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And many are unbanked as well. And then Turkey was the big one.
Yes.
Turkey was through an acquisition also. We're extremely happy with our investment in Turkey. The management team see eye to eye, similar culture. I feel it's just like brothers that we haven't known since our childhood.
Turkey's the more recent one, right?
More than a year ago as well.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them happened in the same 6 months.
Oh, really? Wow, that's intense.
That was very intense.
Wow.
It was very, very high RPM.
Talk to me about Africa, because Africa is the big jewel, I feel, that's untapped. And Egypt, of course, is considered a leader in Africa. Do you look to Africa as potential markets?
I have looked to Africa as potential markets. I continue to look, maybe not in the short term. I think we've done 3 moves in 3 different countries. If we do a 4th one, it would probably be more in the region, but not
in the Arab world more.
The Arab world more, not on the continent for now. But it will come. What's important is really the macroeconomic policies, the stabilization of currencies, Having the rule of law is important. So these things are important considerations to take when selecting the right country to invest in.
Yeah, you're consolidating. You're in a consolidation phase as opposed to an expansion phase now, considering you've had three in a very quick succession, right?
We're always expanding. With the right opportunity, we're always in expansion mode.
Yep.
But maybe not necessarily in Africa in the next 12 to 18 months.
I mean, I'm assuming being a sort of at the forefront of this industry in Egypt, you must be working hand in hand with the government to create regulations for the industry. How does that work, that partnership between you?
We are regulated in some lines of businesses, in most business lines, by the Financial Regulatory Authority, the FRA, and in some aspects by the Central Bank of Egypt. Usually, when they're coming out with a new regulation, they consult us and we give our opinion. Like other players in the market, they give their opinion and they take it into consideration when they're forming their decisions.
What do you consider to be the sort of the next big thing for the company? Or are you not thinking along those lines at the moment? Are you thinking more along the lines of just maturing some of these markets and waiting and seeing what the next opportunities, how they appear?
No, we're always, the opportunities don't appear by themselves. Often you need to
You need to
work.
go look for them, though.
You need to look for them.
Yes.
So we're looking.
Yes.
Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
We're looking.
Yeah.
We're strategizing. We have a clear plan for each country. And we have also some strategic moves that are connecting countries together as well.
Do you have like criteria that you have to, like a checklist? These elements have to be present for us to be interested in that country.
Of course. If you invest in a country and it doesn't move the needle for the group, then it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So it needs to be of a certain size.
Right.
Then you look at all the macroeconomic. Then you look at the need. There has to be a need. Then you look at the risks associated with it, whether there is currency risk, there is political risk, there is crime levels. You look at other aspects, and then you look at how big the opportunity is from investors' point of view. Also, very important, the digital infrastructure.
Yes.
We look at the digital infrastructure.
Of course. Do you also consider things like the
licensing? Sorry.
And licensing.
Licensing. We're a regulated business, so licenses are very important.
Most businesses today, I think, are also, I mean, everyone is concerned with the geopolitical situation that we see in America. There seems to be sort of shifts happening between countries and who's friends with who. And does that factor into your thinking at all? Or do you think of things just much more on a localized basis? Or do those bigger wins affect you?
Mildly.
Mildly only.
Mildly. So there are things that we take into consideration when making decisions, but their weight is much less than, let's say, trading companies, exporting companies, manufacturing companies, where tariffs and geopolitics play a much bigger role. Lending is a local business.
Because you're going to be rooted in those countries, so that doesn't matter so much.
Lending is a local business.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me today for this bonus episode with Mounir Nakhla. I'm Malak Fuad, and the show is produced by Chirag Desai. I'll be back next week to sign off the year. I hope you can join me then.